Yeah, hi Shreya.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good too. Yeah. So tell me what's your background? I mean, you're doing BCom that I got to know
Right.
from where?
I'm doing it from ITM University, Gurgaon.
Okay, great. Yeah. So should we tell me what do you want to
Yeah.
ask?
Yeah. So, as I've always been a very extrovert kind of person and I've always been a people person, so as of now, my plan is to join the field of HR.
Okay.
So, just wanted to know what the career prospects of HRM, like in the field of HRM.
Okay. So Shreya, the thing is that every organization needs certain kind of departments indispensably. Right, to run the organization, they need certain departments, which essentially includes finance department, HR department, marketing department. So HR, generally in bigger companies, HR is obviously definitely a different department, and it is a full-fledged department. Like in finance and other departments, in HR also there are a number of hierarchies which are there. So there would be majorly when you enter into HR field, you will have you can become an HR manager, and there would definitely be a training period initially, and then you can go up to in HR also there are a number of things that you can do. Okay, so you can either get into training
Okay.
wherein you would be handling training of all the employees. Okay, so basically you obviously know that HR deals with the human
Right.
perspective,
Exactly.
right? So all the people, including the HR department people who are working in an organization, they are taken care by the HR department. They are recruited by them, they're selected by them, the performance appraisal is there, and whatever concepts you have studied. Okay, tell me what all concepts you have studied in HR.
Okay, so as of now, well, I have learned is about the basic recruiting process. Like also, yeah, just want to mention I'm also interning as HR in one organization, and
Okay.
what I handle is we reach out to the top colleges like top IITs, NITs, and we reach out to the placement cell, and then ask for if there's the availability of students, and then the recruitment happens. They basically like giving them the test
Absolutely.
and all of that, taking interviews and handling the onboarding sessions and then training and all of that. Yeah, so basically, yeah, what I am doing at that organization is this. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so as whatever concepts we have studied, when we see it from outside, you might not feel that there are a lot of things that are important
Exactly.
in, HR. But from human resource perspective, there are so many things which are so important. Because if it is a bigger organization, I would, it is good, it is better that I tell you that in smaller
Yeah.
organization, HR is not actually there. There would be
Yeah.
either just one or two people who would be,
Yeah.
who would be doubling up as an HR person, who would be just taking care of the attendance or such kind
Yeah,
of thing.
right, right,
But
right, right.
if you really want to work in the HR field, you will have to go for the bigger companies because
Right.
they would have an actual department, and that actual department would actually be working. Okay, so
Right.
they would be making policies regarding HR. They would be deciding the pay scales. They would be going to the campuses for recruitments. So I have a friend and her son.
Okay.
Basically, he specialized into HR,
Okay.
and he was working with a company which was in the IT sector. Okay,
Okay.
as an outsourcing, he was
Right.
working with outsourcing, and he was in the department of HR.
Okay.
That boy, he did so many things. He
Okay.
made simulation exercises for the people in the organization. It was a full-fledged thing that he was doing. He was in the training and training department.
Okay.
He used to make a lot of training modules for the people. So on a regular basis, like outsourcing and IT sector, they require a regular updation in the knowledge.
Right.
Okay, the technology changes very fast. So those people had to be trained again and again. And IT as such is a very very important and lucrative job for HR. That is what I have realized. That because again, one of my cousin is also into IT. He is working with an IT firm, and whenever they get a new project, first they are trained. And who trains them? The HR takes care.
Right.
So they make different modules depending upon the kind of projects that they get, and the kind of company that is there. No, so overall, every year or maybe every few years, everybody has to be trained in certain skills. So you might have studied human resource development.
Right.
The training is for middle level staff and the development is for the higher level of the people, right? So all these things have to be tackled by HR department. Okay, another thing could be like what you said, contacting different colleges depending upon the kind of organization that you are working with. You will be contacting different colleges,
Right.
placements. You will be going there. You will be getting nice treatment by the
I love that. The only thing.
That's the best part of being
the best part.
That's what you get. And in an organization, there are all, when you go outside for placements, that's the best time of your life. You'll be treated like kings. King and queens.
I love that.
Yeah. So you'll be there, you'll be taking during the time of recruitment and selection also, you need to find out as to what kind of tests are appropriate for your organization, as to what should be the selection process. Whether you should go for a test or a PI is better, or he should be there, or there should be a technical interview, what all rounds should be there, what all should be asked to the people. So generally, whenever in a bigger organization, I'm telling you, in a bigger organization, whatever happens in terms of recruitment, selection, everything happens in the presence of an HR manager, right? So from the very starting, when you go to a college and for campus placement, there would be a person from HR department, probably a newer person in the organization from the HR department. He would be there and he would be taking preliminary interviews. Later on, you'll realize that in the second stage of the interviews, or maybe PI or anything, a bigger official from a higher position would be there. And then at the time of handing out the final offer letter, there might be somebody, per se, the recruitment has happened in the Department of Marketing. So there would be the person from the marketing and there would be a person from HR. If not from marketing, the person from the HR would definitely be there. Right. So making all those things, you need to see where do you want to be specialized. Whether you want to be specialized into performance appraisal or training or whatever. Right. So you need to find out you want to specialize into HRD, you want to specialize into placements, you want to specialize in training. So these are different areas which you can make your specialization. And then you would be creating modules, you will be creating all these different short-term, long-term courses, you'll be creating different tests, other evaluation processes, so that you can make both the parties happy. Because in HR, you are a bridge between the employees of the organization and the management.
Right.
For the management, you need to bring them the best of the talent. And the people who are there in the organization, you also need to, be a bridge between what are the expectations from the employees and what does the employer want. And if there is any lag in between both of them, you need to bridge that gap, so that whether it is skills, whether it is salary expectations, it can be incentives, anything can be there which either of the parties lack. So you need to provide them with those kind of things.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you get into an HR job, and HR is kind of nice. But sometimes the employees of the organization do not like the people working in HR.
Definitely, I've heard so many stories where, there have been even violence in the organization related to the HR person. That kind of scares me, to be honest.
Because many a times you realize that what happens in an organization, if there is a positive announcement, the higher officials would do it themselves, but the dirty job would be done by the HR people. That's the reason that HR is not so very liked by the people. But then if you are in something like training and development, and it just happens on and off. So you can
Right.
definitely be somebody who is liked by everybody, and you can make very nice training programs. You can make performance appraisal programs, and then you can be essential for both the parties, for the
Right.
employers and the employees.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like I have heard that people saying, okay, so, oh, you are working for HR, don't go into that. That's not a very lucrative option. You don't get that much pay scale or whatever, things like that.
Same thing, no, the same kind of thing is said for marketing as well. Haven't you heard marketing is a dirty job? People say that.
Yeah, yeah.
And after all, what you do in your whole life is selling yourself, marketing yourself.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
personal
no
branding.
matter what you do,
Exactly.
no matter what you do, you have to market the product and yourself. Per se, you are in your class, right?
Right.
So when your faculty asks any and throws a question to the class, and again and again you are raising your hand.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
When you meet the faculty after the class, what are you doing? You're marketing, you're selling yourself to that person. So likewise, it is always said that marketing is not a very good job. But then
Right.
marketing is the most paying job.
Right.
HR is, you don't have to go out a lot. You are there, you are respected.
Yeah.
If not loved, you are respected.
Yes, respected.
So you are respected, and you can be in the coziness of your office
Yeah.
at the place that you like, and then you can work from there.
Right.
Okay, so generally HR is said that HR is better for girls. So that's a positive. You being a girl, you have better because you have your emotional quotient is more.
Yeah, right.
So you understand people's
Emotions more better.
yes, you understand them, you understand their feelings, and many a times HR has to think from that perspective as well, because many a times you just have to call people and just listen to them,
Right.
which is a very important part
Right.
aspect of being an HR person.
Exactly.
So that kind of a thing is also very important. So HR is one thing which is some earmarked for girls. It is also said. So being a girl, you can definitely go for HR.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, how does the corporate life of HR like looks like?
Apart from March ending, wherein appraisals happen and a lot of jodhod is there. Because you have to promote the people or not to promote the
Not
people.
promote the people. Yeah,
Give
both
them
the
praise,
sides. Exactly.
appraise them and all sorts of things. I think it is fun. No pressure on the time of regarding the timings. Nothing
Yeah.
much. So you can have an eased out life being an HR person. And only in the month of March, it's gonna be very, very hectic for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think in the month of March it gets hectic for everyone, like even for the marketing
Yes.
departments. They have to meet the targets, sales and everything, budget is happening and all the valuations of the company is happening and all of that. I think March is kind of full of ups and downs for everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely. But the good thing is that all through the year you are not jam packed like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to meet any targets.
Right.
So
That's a good point. Yeah. Working at a ease, working at a pace. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the best part. Yeah.
And secondly, many a times, all the organizations, they have retreats, they have training programs, other retreats, and all other things. So you might also have to go, to different places,
Right.
see if the place is nice. So
Nice,
if you are
yeah.
taking some 100 people from your organization, you will again be taken as a queen from that
Exactly.
hotel or resort. So that kind of a thing is again there. But yes, being an HR, because now a lot of new things are coming up.
Right.
People have realized that training is very, very important. Okay, so if you recruit somebody from a very good institution, placement was there, and somebody from a very good institution joined your organization. But again, on a very regular basis, you need to train them. You need to train them with new skills. You need to upgrade their knowledge.
Right.
A lot of things. So that part of training has become very important, and moreover, people have started realizing it. So I think in coming years, HR is going to be even more important and crucial for an organization. So I think HR is good, and for specifically for girls, it is definitely regarded as a very nice job perspective.
Good.
Yeah. Anything else that you would like to ask?
Yeah, I mean also, how do you like if I want to see myself in the next 10 years, like working for a Google? So how should I prepare myself from now onwards?
Working for?
Like maybe big companies, like big four firms. If we talk about, if I want to see myself as a somewhere in the HR department in the next 10 years. So how should I prepare myself from now onwards only?
Probably you can. I think apart from education, you can even go for certain online courses from bigger institutions like abroad. From abroad, you can do certain courses so that you get better knowledge. And I think internships is the way. Because when you work, you realize.
Yeah.
Working from home.
Yeah, it's okay, I get it.
Yeah. So we were discussing. What were we discussing?
About big four companies, like online courses and doing all of that. Yeah.
Yes. So what was that?
You were saying that online courses from big companies are like.
Let me just find out. Coursera. Have you done any course from Coursera?
Yes. I did of business branding. Yeah.
Yes, so Coursera is good. If you get some courses from that, you can definitely take those courses, short-term courses. So that's going to give you the theoretical basis of the good things that are happening all over the world. Okay, so the Coursera courses are definitely good. You can do that. But I think the way to go ahead is taking internships.
Right.
And be very specific. First of all, you find out what is the bend of your mind as to whether you want to go into placements, recruitment and placements, whether you want to go to HRD and training, whether you want to go for appraisal. Once you get that understanding as to what do you want to work for, or another way is take small short-term internships and work in different.
Figure out. Yeah, right. Figure out yourself, basically. Putting yourself out into the environment.
Yes, internships are the best way.
Right.
So, which year are you in?
Which company?
Which year? BCom?
Second year.
Second year, good enough now. So, you are only in second year. You have almost 1.5 years ahead of you. In 1.5 years, you can do is you can take internships as it is online classes are going on, and I'm quite sure that you can study yourself as well. When you do the classes, you can definitely study yourself. So grab the opportunities for internships and do that work in different organizations. Apply for bigger organizations. You seem to be a confident girl. You can definitely sail through the interviews and everything. Right. So have your basis. If you are not getting, don't. I mean overall, don't sit idle.
Exactly.
I have a 16 pages CV. Because I don't sit idle. I am studying all through. So last year I did I think 8 courses from Coursera.
Okay.
So don't sit idle. If you're not getting something, if you're not getting an internship, rather do a course. When you get a course, and these are self-paced courses. So these are simple to crack, easy going रहता है. So that's not. So you can definitely don't skip the theoretical part as well. Study the theoretical part, go for different courses of international colleges and some Indian colleges, some international colleges. Go on accumulating all those degrees and certificates that you can. And apart from that, keep on applying for different internships. Internshala is there, a lot of other.
Exactly.
So go on applying and be very specific. Don't work in any other department. Work in HR, and when you go for interview, prepare yourself for that interview as to when they tell you ask me something, you put smart questions. Okay, that's very important. So if you tell them that, do you have a training department or something like that? So I would like to, be a part of developing a course or something like that. So they will understand that you are serious towards the internship that you want to take up, and also you have knowledge about that.
Right.
So if that happens, so in that case, your chances of being selected are higher. Right, so that would be much better. So always write down, take a writing pad or a diary or something like that, and keep on jotting down the questions. That if put to you, if you are given a open hand to ask the question, you should have some 3-4 smart questions which show off that you are smart, intelligent, and you have the knowledge of the thing that you're applying for.
Okay. So can you just give me a insight into all these 3 to 4 questions which should be, which we can ask?
Yeah, so you can ask them that how many people are there in your HR department? Do you have any bifurcation like performance appraisal? Some parts are there or not in the HR department. There are people who are working in only in performance appraisal, or there are, what kind of trainings do you give to your employees? Are there orientation trainings, or there are skilling up trainings as well? So, and which part am I going to work in? So those kind of questions you can definitely put forward.
Exactly.
And then probably like asking questions is equally important. Like answering question is important, but asking important question equally becomes very, very important when you are when you apply for a bigger organization.
Right.
That shows your interest, and that also shows your knowledge.
Exactly.
Right, because asking question is not a very simple thing.
Yeah, not many people ask. Not many people. They're like, no, I don't have any questions. I will ask it later on. Yeah.
Exactly. So asking those smart questions can be the one which can take you forward.
Right.
So asking important questions, good, smart, intelligent questions becomes very, very important. So when you study, when you are studying some Coursera courses or you're doing something, and there are a lot of interactive videos, a lot of videos they play, and a lot of things they do. So start jotting down some certain questions which you can, put forward to the HR department.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anything else?
No. Yeah. With that, yeah. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice talking to you.
Same here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.